Hey guys, what's going on? This is Kyle with HOGWORKZ. Today we are in our Michigan R&D shop. Excited to introduce you guys to our brand new LED headlight for the 15 to 23 Road Glide models. Right here you're looking at our GOLDTOOTH and SILVERTOOTH performance LED headlight. We're gonna have this available in 3 different options. So the option you see here is our combo option. Going to be amber as well as white LEDs. We also offer this in both white LEDs only as well as amber on both headlights. So you got a few options there depending on your riding style. This light is going to be extremely bright. This is our brightest LED we have out right now for the Road Glides. It's going to come pre-assembled. It comes with all the bracketry you need and it's a quick and easy installation. Plug and play harness, and as always backed by HOGWORKZ lifetime warranty. We're going to swing over to Alex and get this installed on the Road Glide behind me, so let's get right to it.
To install this, we're gonna have to remove the outer fairing. A couple of things you're gonna need is a 3/16 Allen. Depending on what kind of windscreen you have, ours takes a 3mm Allen. You're gonna need T27, a T25, some type of panel tooler just to get the speaker lids out of here. So we'll go ahead and get into it. All right, we'll go ahead and remove the windscreen by taking off the 4 screws that hold it all together. Get ready to take everything else off. So remove your trim ring, remove your windshield, remove other trim piece. This here, if you slide it forward and then up, it will pop out of place. Go ahead and take this out. And now is where you're gonna wanna reinstall just one of these. Just so that when you get everything else loosened up, you can easily take this out, and it'll hold this in place for now, the front fairing. But once you take that screw out, you'll be able to remove the whole front fairing. So we'll go ahead and disconnect our wires. So after you have the windscreen off, you want to remove these speaker guards. You can do that by starting on the inside here first, and you just go ahead and pull it up. You could use a panel tool as well to kind of get behind here and pop it out of place. And same thing on the other side. All right, once you have the speaker covers out, you want to take a T27, remove this screw right here. So once you got that out, using 3/16 Allen, go ahead and remove the screw that's behind your turn signal. Then we'll go ahead with a T25 and remove these 2 screws that are holding the air deflector and also the side of the outer. We'll go ahead and repeat the same thing on the other side here. And your 3/16 behind your turn signal. And T25's air deflector. Okay, so now that you have all that off, this is the reason why we left this one in here, or reinstalled this windscreen bolt, because if you're back there working on that side and you take those off, this is just gonna fall off. So now we can just go ahead and remove this, and we'll be able to pull the whole outer fairing right off of here. So after you have the outer fairing off, you can go ahead and remove your vent skirtings. So in this case, we have aftermarket LED turn signals here. Ours are T25. There's one on top and one on the bottom. And then you can go ahead and disconnect it. And same thing on the other side. All right, the final step is actually going to be removing the headlight. With your 3/16 Allen, you'll remove the 2 upper bolts and the 2 lower bolts, and the headlight will come out. Then all you have to do is just disconnect it and go ahead and cover up the front fender just so you don't drop anything on it. All right, so we'll go ahead and remove the 3/16 screws here. You want to grab the light so it doesn't fall down on you. And when you pull the light out, go ahead and disconnect it. All right, the first step in the installation is going to be mounting the mounting plate using the supplied screw washer and nut, you put them in the lower hole here. And what this is going to do is attach right here to the OEM holes. You want to make sure that your light wire is tucked up here for the meantime. So you got one there, one on this side. All right, once you have the mounting plate on, you can bring your wire back down, and then with the supplied harness, you go ahead and plug it in. Then you want to tuck this back up under through this opening, and then you want to take one side of each of these and bring them right over to here on the sides of the mount, just like that. So these come pre-wired for a daytime running light. If you don't want to have the daytime running light on when your low beam's on, you can just disconnect this button connector. And also, if you wanted to run it to an auxiliary switch, this is where you could do that too. So we're gonna go ahead and leave our daytime running lights on. So we'll go ahead and install our light. So what we'll wanna do is make our connections first. Now that we got the connections on there, we'll just kind of make sure that we feed these wires back around the mounting plate. And then you can kind of go in on an angle a little bit, tuck this behind the vent there. Make sure your other wires are up out of the way. So reusing your 4 OEM screws for your headlight, we'll go ahead and mount 2 up top, 2 on the bottom. And the last thing we'll do is take the other supplied screw and put it through this standoff to secure your vent. Now the light's secure. You can go ahead and put these through here into the standoff to secure our vent so this thing's not flapping around. Same thing on the other side. And that's the installation. Now these are adjustable. You can get in here with a 11 millimeter and loosen the bottoms on both sides, and then you can adjust the headlight up or down. I know some guys like to ride with one up and one down to cover more area. That's all up to the rider preference. Before you put your outer fairing back on, you want to go ahead and test your light. So go ahead and put the front fairing back on. Again, you want to have one of the windshield screws handy just to help hold it in place. Go ahead and make your connections. We'll go ahead and start with the turn signal light bolt here right behind it. Then we'll go ahead and install the screw behind the speaker here. Reinstall our air deflector. We can go ahead and reinstall our speaker guard, and the way these go in is the clip on the outside. You want to put that in first and then push these 2 tabs down right into these locking tabs here. And same thing on the other side. Start with our screw behind the blinker. Reinstall the screw behind your speaker here. And reinstall your air deflector. And you can remove your windscreen screw. And then you can go ahead and reinsert the trim piece here. It does have a little lip. You want to make sure that this lip goes underneath this part of the inner fairing. Just like that. On this trim piece here, there's another little lip right here. You want to make sure that you tuck that up under the inner here. Like that. All right, now you go ahead and put your windscreen back on. Get your trim piece. You just want to make sure everything's in line. So just go ahead and get them all started by hand.